Good morning, students. Okay, in the last class, we have seen about the some of the activities. So no one you have noted the tables, I think so. Please WhatsApp me that tables. Okay. So whatever the activities I had told you, two tables I had told you, activity one and activity two. So you send me the WhatsApp pictures, at least one table you send me in the group. Okay. So in today's class, we are going to deal about the transportation chapter. We are going to deal how the heart is constructed of what is the internal structure of the heart. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the internal structure of the heart. So now I'm going to discuss about the internal structure of the heart. Okay. So before the topic starts, all of you make your videos on. Okay. So let us see what is the internal structure of the heart. So if you look at the structure of the heart externally, so it looks like a pear shape. So the shape of the heart is pear shape. It is in the shape of pear. It is in the shape of pear shaped means it is the shape of a fruit. Okay. So that shape it has got. So the shape of the heart is pear shaped, so it is triangle in outline. So when you look like this, it is looking like triangle shape. Okay, so it is a triangle in the outline, and then so it is wider at the anterior end. It is wider. Okay, it is, that means it is a broad. So వెడల్పు anterior end ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. It is wider at the anterior end. Anterior means upper part of the heart is called anterior. So it is wider at the anterior portion, and then it is narrower. Narrower means, okay, so very less width. Okay, so it is having very less width in the that means narrower. Okay, so తక్కువ width ఉంటే దాన్ని narrower అంటాము. So it is narrower at the posterior end. At the posterior means at the lower part of the heart. Okay, so the heart is pear shaped triangle in outline, then wider at the anterior portion and narrower at the posterior portion. Okay, so then, okay, next coming to the, okay, next coming to the wall of the heart. So this is not there in your textbook, you can note down that point. Okay, the heart wall is made, the heart is made up of, the heart is made up of, okay, three portions. That is epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. The heart is made up of, okay, the heart, the total heart is made up of three, okay, three layers. Okay, the internal structure of the heart consisting of three parts: epicardium, myocardium. The heart is made up of, okay, the heart is made up of three layers. The total heart is made up of three layers: epicardium, myocardium. Epicardium is the outer layer, myocardium is the middle layer, and the inner layer is endocardium. So the heart wall is made up of three layers: epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. Okay, next. The heart is covered. Okay. The heart is covered by two layers of membrane. The heart is covered by two layers. Heart means the outer structure of the heart. The outer structure of the heart is covered by two layers of membranes. Okay, and those membranes we call pericardial membranes. We call them as pericardial membranes. Pericardial membranes. Okay. Some membranes name అంటాము అంటే pericardial membranes అంటాం. Those membranes we call them as pericardial membranes, and that the two membranes are filled with a fluid called pericardial fluid. The two membranes, okay, are filled with a fluid called pericardial fluid, and this the function of this pericardial fluid is to protect the heart from injuries and shocks. Okay. Okay, the heart is divided into four parts by grooves. Okay, so I won't show all these things. Only I'll place the structure of the heart and I will explain you. Look only into the structure. Okay. Okay, so you look only into the picture. Okay, so I'll explain one by one. Okay, so this total heart is, okay, the total heart is divided into four chambers. The heart is divided into four chambers externally by grooves. Okay, so these we have, okay, the two auricles and two ventricles. Okay, so so it is divided into four chambers. So it is divided into four chambers. Okay, so right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Okay, so here the right side part is consisting of right, okay, anterior, okay, it has two chambers on the right side, the other two chambers on the left side. Okay, the anterior means upper part. The anterior is having right atrium, the posterior is having right ventricle. Here also, okay, the anterior is having the left side, the anterior is having left atrium, and posterior having, okay, left ventricle. Okay, that is left ventricle. So the total heart is divided into four chambers. Okay, so two chambers are present at the right side, the other two chambers are present on the left side. On the right side, the upper part is having right atrium, the lower part is having right ventricle. Left side, okay, the upper part is having left atrium, the lower part is having the left ventricle. Okay, the left, okay, the auricles and ventricles, the, okay, the auricles and ventricles are separated by muscular partitions called septa. Okay, so those we call septa. Okay, సో ఎలా డివైడ్ అయి మస్కులర్ పార్టీషన్స్ వేటి మధ్య వస్తాయి అంటే ద రైట్ అట్రియం అండ్ రైట్ వెంట్రికల్. సో ద రైట్ atrium కి రైట్ వెంట్రికల్ కి మధ్య మస్కులర్ పార్టీషన్స్ అనేవి వస్తాయి, దాన్ని సెప్టా అంటాం. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద టూ auricles and ventricles are separated by muscular partitions called septa. That means muscular partitions are only present in the middle, okay, middle, two in between right and left atrium, in between right ventricle and left ventricle. The atria and ventricles are separated from each other by muscular partitions called septa. Okay, then the right atrium and right ventricles, the left atrium and the left ventricle are separated by or guarded by walls. This you keep in mind. Okay. Right atrium ki, right ventricle ki మధ్యలో ఒక వాల్వ్ వస్తుంది. Left atrium ki, left ventricle ki. So it has got again walls. So the okay, the right the auricles and ventricles are guarded by walls. The openings of the openings of auricles and ventricles are guarded by walls. Okay, then here. Okay, so the wall, okay, which is present, the wall which is present at the right atrioventricular valve, at the right atrioventricular septum, at the right atrioventricular septum, that is called tricuspid wall. రైట్ ఏట్రియం కి రైట్ వెంట్రికల్ కి మధ్యలో ఉన్న వాల్వ్ ట్రైకస్పిడ్ వాల్. Okay, tricuspid wall. Tri means three flap like walls, flap like tissue. Okay, flaps of tissue antam. Tricuspid wall. Okay, the tricuspid valve is present at the right atrioventricular septa. So that valve is called tricuspid valve. Tricuspid means three flaps of tissue. Okay, next valve. So the next valve is presented. Okay, the next valve is presented. So here the next valve is present at the left atrioventricular septa, at the region of left atrioventricular septa, and that is called bicuspid wall. That is called bicuspid wall or mitral wall. That is called bicuspid wall or mitral wall. Bi means two, cuspid means flaps of tissue. So why it is called mitral wall means, so that mitral, it is just like the shape of బిషప్ మిటర్. సో మీరు ఓకే చర్చ్ లో బిషప్స్ ని చూస్తుంటారు, వాళ్ళ హెడ్ పైన దే విల్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ హ్యాట్ లైక్ హ్యాట్ ఆన్ ద హెడ్. So it just look like that shape. Okay, that wall look like that shape. Okay, so like this. Okay, this you have seen on the bishop's head. So that wall looks like this, like that hat. That's why it has got the name mitral wall, bicuspid or mitral wall. Okay, so we have discussed about the septa and walls. So now coming to the function of that walls. So what is the function of tricuspid wall or bicuspid wall? So these tricuspid and bicuspid walls, they prevent the black flow of the blood. They prevent the back flow of the blood. Okay, that is its function. Okay, next. So next, coming to the walls. Okay, the walls of the blood vessels, the how the blood okay, even heart also have the blood vessels. The blood vessels of the heart are called coronary blood vessels. They supply blood to the muscles of the heart. Now we are going to discuss what are the blood vessels going that carries the blood to the heart. So there are different kinds of the blood vessels. We have totally nearly we have the uh, 5 kinds of blood vessels. We are going to discuss one by one. 5 types of blood vessels are present in the chambers of the heart. 5 types of blood vessels or attached to the heart. This is very important. Make a note. Okay. 5 types of blood vessels or attached to the heart. Okay. So what are the blood vessels? Okay. First we will see. So the first one comes arteries. So generally you keep in mind that the arteries will carry the blood away from the heart. Arteries carries the blood away from the heart. Veins veins they bring the blood towards the heart. They bring the blood towards the heart. So arteries in the okay. So how you can keep in mind means arteries. Arteries means A means away. They always carry the blood away from the heart. They are originated from the heart. So they are developed from the heart. They carry the blood away from the heart. Okay. So that is the function of arteries. Next, veins. These are the second type of blood vessels. These veins, they carry the blood towards the heart. They carry the blood towards the heart. So these 2 points you keep in mind. The function of arteries, they carry the blood away from the heart. The function of the veins, they carry the blood towards the heart. Okay. So in these arteries and veins, the rigid blood vessels or arteries. The rigid blood vessels or arteries. Okay, so the rigid blood vessels or arteries. So the arteries, blood vessels or rigid. So here you have got some questions. Let us discuss first these questions, then I'll go into the topic. Okay, how many blood vessels are attached to the heart? This we have seen now. Then all the blood vessels are rigid. How many of them are rigid? Only the arteries or the rigid blood vessels. Not all the blood vessels are rigid. Even in the case of old conditions of the oldest people, we can see this kind of rigidity. Okay, so what is the meaning of rigid? Rigid means the losing of the elasticity of the blood vessels. Rigidity అనేది ఒక condition. Rigidity or stiffness is a condition where the blood vessels they lose the elasticity. Okay, so such kind of condition we call rigidity antamu. So in that cases, the blood vessels, it leads to the thickening and hardening of the blood vessels. So then what so in the next question it was given. So do you think that the stiffness or rigidity of the blood vessel is something to do with the circulation? That means he is asking that. So rigidity ki blood circulation ki emanna relation unda? Yes, there is the relation. సో ఎప్పుడైతే బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్ అనేవి రిజిడిటీగా ఉంటుందో బ్లడ్ ఫ్లో అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. బ్లడ్ ఫ్లో అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో దాట్ టైమ్ సో ఓన్లీ ద small amount of the volume of the blood only will reach into the blood circulation. Okay, so generally we'll see this in the atherosclerotic blood vessel in the older age. That's why so older people లో ఎక్కువగా హార్ట్ స్ట్రోక్స్ రావడానికి మెయిన్ రీజన్ ఏంటి అంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద అథిరోస్క్లీరోసిస్ అనేది ఒక కండిషన్. బ్లడ్ వెసల్స్ అనేవి థిక్ గా మారుతాయి అన్నమాట. సో అందుకే ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ పీపుల్ లో హార్ట్ స్ట్రోక్స్ అనేవి మనం ఎక్కువగా చూస్తాం. ఓకే, next, so the walls of the ventricles or thicker the walls of the ventricles. So the walls of ventricles are thicker when compared to the arteries. Okay, then one more point here. So here if you observe the entire structure of the heart, So here you can see this, the left portion, the inner space of the left atrium and left ventricle is smaller when compared to the right atrium and right ventricle in this all the four chambers. So this is the intelligent question or important question, that so which chamber is biggest or largest and strongest is left ventricle. Left ventricle is the largest, biggest and strongest among the all the chambers of the heart. Okay, so next one, the right side part. Okay, right side part will receive the deoxygenated blood, the left side part will receive the oxygenated blood. So if we divide heart into two parts, the right side will receive the deoxygenated blood. Okay, the left side will supply the oxygenated blood. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూడండి. Okay, so next one, here we have the right atrium. So the veins which are present, the veins. Okay, the veins. So the the vein present at the anterior end of the right side of the heart is having the superior vena cava. Superior vena cava is also called as precaval vein. Precaval vein, this collects the blood from the upper parts of the body. Upper, superior means upper parts of the body. Then so the vein which is present at posterior end of the right side of the heart will collect the so with this will collect the blood from the lower parts. Lower parts means hands, legs. So what are there on the lower parts? Lower parts of the body. The superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, they open into the right atrium. The superior vena cava, inferior vena cava is also called as postcaval vein. So both of them, superior vena cava is one plus superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So they both carries the deoxygenated blood and open into the right atrium. Then right atrium to the blood flows into the right right ventricle. Okay, so at the right ventricle we have the pulmonary pulmonary artery. Okay, so pulmonary artery or pulmonary aorta antamu. This is the major blood vessel. This is the major blood vessel. Okay, so we have got arteries, veins, then superior and inferior vena cava. Okay, so we have got four blood vessels. Then this is the pulmonary artery. Just keep in mind pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery or pulmonary aorta antamu. So this will carries the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. The pulmonary artery is present at the upper part of the upper portion of the right ventricle, at the upper portion of the anterior end, upper portion of the right ventricle. So this will collect the deoxygenated blood okay from the heart to lungs, from the heart to lungs. Okay, that is the function of pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery or pulmonary aorta is having the valves, those we call pulmonary valves. Okay, next one. Next, coming to the left side. Okay, so ఇక్కడ మనకి organ వచ్చేసింది. So we have got organs, then heart to lungs. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ కలెక్ట్ అయిన డిఆక్సినేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ లంగ్స్ కి రీచ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, త్రూ దట్ బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, left side, coming to the left side. Okay, so these so in the lungs the oxygenation takes place. Coming to the respiration, in the respiration we have seen how the blood deoxygenated bright, okay, so dark red blood okay, gets oxygenated and becomes bright red. So that happens in the lungs. From the lungs, okay, the oxygenated blood will reach into the left, okay, atrium, left atrium, into the left atrium. Then, okay, so here we have pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins will bring the oxygenated blood. The function of pulmonary veins is to carry the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart, from the lungs to the heart. Okay, next, that oxygenated blood will enter into the left ventricle through the arterioventricular valve. In the left ventricle, again we have the okay, the major blood vessel, the major blood vessel, which we call systemic aorta. This is called systemic aorta. So dini systemic aorta antam, systemic aorta. Okay, systemic aorta is having the walls. Okay, those are called systemic walls. So this will supply, this is present at the upper portion of the left ventricle, at the upper portion of the left ventricle. So this will supply the oxygenated blood to all the parts, to all the parts, to all the parts, to all the parts. Okay, so this is how the deoxygenated blood will enter into lungs. In the lungs it is oxygenated, and again that will be reached to the different types of organs which are present in our body. Okay, so what kind of 5 blood vessels are there means, so we have the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, then we have the systemic aorta, pulmonary aorta. Okay, so again we have, okay, pulmonary arteries. Okay, so last point you can see here. So in the upper part of the left ventricle, a thick wall aorta arises. So it supplies the oxygenated blood. So I have shown you in the picture. So then we can observe the walls in the pulmonary artery and aorta. So I have told you about 5 blood vessels. So these are the 5 blood vessels we have. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, and aorta. So this aorta is the largest artery, largest artery. Okay. So the largest artery is okay. So aorta, the smallest one is pulmonary artery. Okay. So which is the largest blood vessel? That is aorta. Okay. So here you can see oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood. So here you can see, so deoxygenated blood ekkadundi, right side lo untundi, oxygenated blood ekkadundi, left side lo untundi. Okay. దీన్ని బిషప్ బిషప్ మీటర్ అంటాము. బిషప్ మీటర్ షేప్ లో ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి బై కస్పిడ్ వాల్ కి మిట్రల్ వాల్వ్ అనే పేరు వచ్చింది. ఓకే. So here you can see. So manaki right atrium daggara right atrium it receives the blood. Okay. Second nunchi receive cheskuntundi superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava em chestundi ante deoxygenated blood ni upper portion nunchi techi right atrium lo it will pour. Okay, inferior vena cava em chestundi deoxygenated blood ni lower half of the body ni techi right atrium lo వస్తుంది. So the two openings of superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, they open into the right atrium. ఓకే. సో ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ మిగిలింది ఏంటి? లంగ్స్. సో లంగ్స్ ని పల్మనరీ ఆర్టరీ ఉంటుంది. పల్మనరీ ఆర్టరీ అనేది ఇట్ బ్రింగ్ దిస్ విల్ కలెక్ట్ ద డిఆక్సిజనేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద హార్ట్ టు లంగ్స్. ఫ్రమ్ ద హార్ట్ టు లంగ్స్ మీకు పిక్చర్ లో చూడొచ్చు. ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ పోస్తుంది అనమాట. ఓకే. సో ఇంటూ ద రైట్ వెంట్రికల్. సో రైట్ వెంట్రికల్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద deoxygenated blood from the organs, from the heart. Okay. So that enter into the right ventricle by tricuspid wall. By tricuspid wall. Then okay. So next it opens into the left atrium. So left atrium loki enter kaakamunde it enters into the lungs through the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein ద్వారా deoxygenated blood అనేది lungs కి reach అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. So this pulmonary vein will bring oxygenated blood from the lungs and pour into the left atrium. So left atrium it will pour. Okay. So the openings are into the left atrium. The openings of pulmonary veins are into the left atrium. So because of the presence of mitral valve, it opens in the so because of the valve, it opens into the left ventricle. So left ventricle